Good afternoon, you're watching your lunchtime news here on TV1 with me, Deshan Gonavala. Before we get into the stories in detail, here's a look at the headlines.
Wildlife officers' trade unions launched a strike action against an assault in Polonnaruwa. Come at the door-to-door initiative launched once again. Sun directly overhead of Sri Lanka today. Australian ex-Prime Minister to quit Parliament.
Now in your lead story this afternoon, the Polonnaruwa Wildlife Officials Trade Union has launched a union action against an incident where wildlife officers at the Mineria National Park were assaulted.
Wildlife officers said the trade union action would stop tourists from entering the Kaudulla, Mineria, Waskamuwa and Angamadilla National Park. Officials at the Kaudulla Wildlife Sanctuary state that they will resort to only engaging in office activities. 4 officers working with the Mineria National Park were assaulted by a group of fishermen 2 nights ago. The wildlife officials state that 3 of the injured are receiving treatment at the Habarana Hospital. Wildlife officials had arrested a fisherman who had illegally entered the Mineria National Park day before yesterday. The department added that later during the day, the fisherman had broken into the wildlife office and released the arrested fisherman. While 10 wildlife officials were injured in the incident, 4 have been admitted to the hospital.
In your local news, Colombo High Court Judge S. Shashi Mahendran ordered that the next hearing of the case filed against MP Udayagamman Pilla for allegedly misappropriating a sum of 20 million rupees by selling shares in a company owned by an Australian national using a fake power of attorney to be heard on the 26th of September.
The postponement was made taking into consideration facts presented by the Deputy Solicitor General Dilan Ratnayaka, who appeared for the Attorney General when the case was taken up today. The Deputy Solicitor General pointed out that the postponed original evidence of the case had been obtained before the former Judge R. Guru Singha. The Deputy Solicitor General had requested that the case be postponed until the Chief Justice provides his stance on the matter to the Attorney General.
Now the Gum at the Door-to-Door initiative was launched to pay heed to the gripping issues that affect the rural masses of the island. The Gum at the Door-to-Door initiative, which heads out, connects with the rural masses and will reach all 25 districts of the island, along with the experience of those at the Pera Dedia University.
It's all me, egos cast aside. Let narrow-minded ways die with the tide. We're common people, for the people. Light up a spark from within your heart. You are my brother, no matter the color, 'cause love will find a way. Wasted tears roll down their faces, shone from the eyes in your heart. Just one thought will make.
We are now joined by Newsfirst Jayama Ratnayaka reporting for Puttalam.
We have travelled to the upper Pulyankulama area of the Puttalam district. Now the main issue that the villagers of this area are facing is the lack of team in the days to come are expecting to travel further into the areas to identify the plights of the people. For the Newsfirst team, I am Jayamal Ratnayaka.
Let's now cross over to David Paldano from the Newsfirst team reporting from Batiklo.
I'm reporting here from Kiran, Paraditona, on the first day of the Gum at the Door-to-Door initiative. There are 15 families living here, and all of them are labourers who live off small jobs in order to suffice their day-to-day lives. The people here live with bad housing conditions and a terrible water supply system. This is David Paldano from the Newsfirst team, and I will bring you more as the day develops.
Now, Sri Lanka and Vietnam yesterday agreed to further strengthen long-standing bilateral relations across multiple domains. This agreement was reached during talks between Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and Vietnamese Foreign Affairs Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Pham Binh Minh at the latter's office in Hanoi in Vietnam. The Vietnamese political leader met Prime Minister Wickremesinghe on the sidelines of the Indian Ocean Conference in Hanoi. Now, in some weather news, the Met Department says the sun will be moving directly overhead of Sri Lanka starting from today to the 7th of September. The sun will directly be over Sri Lanka's latitudes during this period due to its apparent southward relative motion. The overhead sun will be most clearly experienced in the towns of Kalapumi, Kandavil and Navatkandu about 12:11 noon today.